Well, we're going to start the new year off right. The very first thing we're going to be doing today is creating a digital journal in Notion. I'm going to show you how to create more than one just in case you're doing multiple journals, such as your daily journal, food journal, travel journal, whatever, sports journal. If you want more than one, I'm going to show you how to make it. If you're only using one, that is fine too. Okay. So I personally use two journals in my business, but it's definitely up to you. I know I stated in the last video I was going to do a habit tracker, which I am currently working on. So you will be having that video and template coming soon. But in the meantime, I think it's something a little bit more important that you should be doing, not only for your own sanity and mental clarity, but for your business. I guarantee you that if you try and at least start building a routine and a habit in journaling here in Q1, it will take your business to levels that you've never seen before. I'm Dee Willis, sharing with you everything that I learned about running and operating a one-person business online while being a single mom and keeping you productive in the process to avoid the overwhelm. So let's get to it. When you first open up Notion, you're going to see a blank page that looks something like this. It's very confusing at first because you're looking at it like, what am I going to do with it? That's what I thought when I first opened it. But you're going to see a blank page. If you do not see a blank page when you first open this up, just go over to the left in the navigation and click add a page, because we're going to create two databases in one page that's going to house our journals or journal. All right. So let me go over here and I'm going to click this, close the sidebar so we can have a full screen here. And I am going to name this journals. Okay, or journal. It's up to you. We're going to make more than one. So journals. Go to the top right, click the three dots and click full width. Now here you can make the text smaller if you want, and you can change the fonts as well. But I'm going to keep everything on default for right now. Click off of there. And then we're going to add a cover for our journal page, okay? So I am going to change the cover. You can choose anything from the gallery, upload your own, or link to any image online, even Giphy. And you can also use Unsplash, which is free imagery that you can use, free, royalty free. So we're going to do journal. And I'm going to click this one here because I like this one. Now, as you can see, it's not positioned very well, but you can reposition it by clicking reposition to the top right. And I am going to put this like in the middle, and then you can click save the position. And now it looks better. Now that we have this together, we're going to create our very first database. And when you're making a journal, journals consist of two things, a book, and within the book are pages. So the very first database we're going to make is going to be like the book. And then the second database we're going to make is going to be the pages. So that's how you think about it. It helps you not be so confused with making journals in Notion. So we're going to click empty page. We're going to give us a couple of spaces. And now we're going to do the / for the commands. When you click / it gives you a list. Let me move me out the way. It gives you a list of things you can do. Okay, so with the / we're going to start typing database because it's a quick search. And we're going to do a database in line. We're going to name this database My Journals, and we're going to click the table because with the table, we want to rename it. And over here, it's going to pop up, and we're going to rename it Journal Books. So that way you know that these are the books. Now, under the journal books, there's a layout. It says table. Well, the table doesn't look like a book. So we kind of want to change the view. So we're going to change it to a gallery view. And now that you see, it looks like galleries. It looks like little books, little squares. So we're going to go down to where it says card preview. We're going to change that to page cover. This way, the images that we put on our journals is going to show right here. So it looks more aesthetically pleasing. We're going to uncheck the wrap all properties. So we're going to turn that off. And now we're going to be done with this. So click the X. Now, as you can see, Notion gives us these three books to start with, but you might not have three. And all you have to do is go up to the dots, the three dots, and just delete what you don't want. We're going to leave two, and then I'm going to make a third one to show you how to make it, okay? But we're going to work with the very first journal book, and this one is going to be our daily journal. And then we do not need this property tag, so we're going to delete this property out of here. All right. Now, the very first thing we want to do is make this a full width page in case we ever were to blow this up. We want it to expand the full width. Now we're going to create a cover because this is going to be the cover that's going to show on our book. So, and play with your wording to get the images that you want, like journaling, journals, because each one shows something different. I'm going to reposition this a little bit, and then we're going to save. And now this first book is pretty much almost done. We're going to add icon. You can do emojis, or you can do regular icons that come within Notion, or you can upload a custom icon. So we're going to use this, the systems icon here in Notion. And I'm going to click the white one because I do have the dark background. If your background is light, I'm going to show you how to change it to dark if you want it to be dark. And if you have a dark background and you want it to be light, I'm going to show you how to do that as well. So once this book is done, just click off of it. Our very first book is done. All right. So we're going to do the same thing over here to this book. It's going to be our food journal. Now our journals are made. Now, if you want to change your color, your background from dark to light, I'm on a Mac. So on a Mac, we press Command and Shift and the letter L, and it'll change it from light to dark. And then you'll do it again, Command Shift L to turn it to a dark background. You can also change it in the settings in Notion as well. So let's move over here. Now we're going to do our database number 2. Database number 2, we are going to make the pages. So now we need to create another database, and we're going to start with our / command, and then we're going to start typing in database. And we're going to go to the database inline. And now with this one, we're going to name it my journal entries. And then here we're going to change the table name to journal pages. We're going to keep this in a table layout so that way we can see each and every page. Now we do not need this tags property, so we're going to click on it, and we're going to delete the property. We're going to change this name to a more specific name, such as title. Now, what else that we need on our journal pages is most likely a date. So we're going to click the plus, and we're going to search for a date property. And we're going to keep it the name date. Now, the date format, we can change this, and I do like to change it because the full date format is going to spell the whole month out. It just takes up a lot more space. So I like the shorter format with the month, date, and year. You can also change the time format if you wanted to put a time on it from 12 to 24 hours, but I keep it just like that, and we're pretty much done with the setup for our journal pages. We're going to put in some dummy text. Let's move this over first because you can span these widths. So let's bring it in a little bit, and then we can bring this out. And I am going to type in here what I ate for lunch. And another one can be, I started my new job today. And then a third one can be a trip, or nope, my trip to Hawaii. Okay. So now that we have our what we ate for lunch today, we can put that for yesterday's date. And then I started my new job today, and we can put that for today's date. And then my trip to Hawaii. I went to Hawaii. Let's put that on Friday, December the 29th. We're going to put that back. So we have these dates all out of order. We're going to sort them because we want our most recent date at the top. Okay, typically you want your most journal entry at the top. You don't want to have to scroll all the way down to see the recent one. So what we're going to do is click the sort button, and we're going to sort by date, and we're going to do date descending so that the dates go backwards. Okay, ascending is in order 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the descending is counting backwards like 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so that's how we have it. Now what we want to happen is we want our pages to relate to the books. This is going to be our master pages. So all the pages to all the books are going to be here. But we need to know which page goes to which book. And so how we do that is we relate the databases so that they talk to each other. So we're going to click the plus sign and click and search for a relation property. So now that we have the relation property, we want the My Journal entries to relate to the My Journals database. So we want it related to My Journals. And we want no limit because we might add more journals as time goes on. And then we want to show it on the journals as well. So we're going to add the relation. And now the relation is added. We can click off of this. And now I started my new job today. We'll go to the daily journal. What I ate for lunch will go to the food journal. Now my trip to Hawaii, we need to make a travel journal, which we haven't made yet. So I'm going to show you how to do that in case you ever wanted to add a new journal. So we'll just leave this blank for now. So next on our list, now that we made our journal pages go to the journal books, we want to make a template because we don't want to do this every single time, right? We don't want to do this. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go up here to the top in the My Journals where the books are, and go over here by the blue new button and click the down arrow and create a new template. We're going to make this template full width because our journal pages are everything is full width. So we want to make that full width, and we're going to put new journal. Okay, that's what we're going to title it. Now we're going to link the database, the My Journal Entries database. So what we're going to do is go down to the empty space at the bottom. We want to do a forward command, and we want to type in linked. We want to link a view of this database. So we want to link the view to show in here, and we want it to be My Journal Entries. Okay, so great. Now on this new journal template, all the entries show, and that's a good thing. But we only want the pages, the entries to show for the journal it's in. So what we're going to do now is it's already sorted, but we want to filter this information. So what we're going to do is go to filter, and then we're going to filter by My Journals. And then we want to filter by the title, New Journal. Now this is a template, guys. Okay, this is the template. So now nothing shows because we haven't linked any journal books to this template yet. So there's nothing there. So to clean this up a little bit, we're going to hide the title right there. And then we can click right here. We don't need the entries to show because as the pages go, you don't want page up here. We're going to see them down here, so we don't need to see them up here. So we're going to click the 6 little dots, and we're going to go down to property visibility and always hide. Okay, so now this is taken care of, so we're good. We're not going to add any icons or anything because we're going to add them as we make our books, right? Because they can be different. If we put the icon into this template, everything that we make is going to have that icon, and we don't want that. So this is pretty much all we wanted to do for now. We can hide the My Journals as well because we already know it's linked. So we can click here and hide in view. So it's hidden. So all we're going to see now is the title and the date of the pages that goes to that specific journal. So now we're done. So we're going to go back. So now what we're going to do is we're going to connect our journals to these templates, to that template we just made. So we're going to open up the daily journal first. As you can see, now we have a template at the bottom of the daily journal. So we're going to make this template go to this. So we're going to click that. See? Now, as you see on the page, is I started my new job, which we connected to this journal, the daily journal. All right? So that is done, and we're going to do the same thing to the food journal. Now we're going to connect it to the new journal template that we made. Now what I ate for lunch should be there. Exactly. All right? And it's already sorted where your most recent is at the top. Now, say for instance, we want to make a travel journal for our trip to Hawaii. All we have to do is come up here and click new. We're going to add the template on. Don't type anything. Make the template, because remember, we don't have to go click full width anymore. If we just use the template, it's going to lay it out the way we want it. So we just click the new template. Now we'll change the name to Travel Journal. We'll make the cover on this because we're inside the journal itself. So then we'll take a journal of Paris or something. We'll reposition it. Add an icon like we did to our other journal books. And we are set. Okay. Now you don't see anything there because we haven't linked this, my trip to Hawaii, to a journal yet. So then now we'll link it to the journal, the travel journal. And if we go back into the travel journal, now that our trip is there. Okay, so how do we write? Now that we set everything up, how do we write in our journal? Well, there's several ways you can do it. Okay, so if you want to type into this, I started my new job today, you can just click open, go down to the bottom and just start typing. Okay, just start typing. And we can open it up here. Just start typing. All right, you can also go up here. Now, and if you open it up, you're going to see hello world, what we already typed. But let's just say you wanted to type a new page. You can go down here and press new. But the longer this gets, you will have to scroll all the way down to the bottom to get to the new. You can also click new right here. It'll slide out from the side. Okay. Now, this is the new journal pages. This would be the new journal books, right? So we don't want to make another book. So you got to press this new, the one on the pages, and it'll slide it out. Now you see it made a new one. So if you slide it out and you don't use it, it still makes the page. Be careful of that. All right, let me delete these. So let me show you. If you make a new page and you like, oh, never mind, I don't want to make it. Just go up to the three dots and just press delete because it just made the page when you press the button. That is a way you can do it. All right. And you can do it from within the book. So if you know that you're going to be typing in the food journal, you just open up the food journal and you can press new right here, like you can on the other page, on the main page, and you can press new right here. It will open it up and it will make another one for you as well. So we're going to delete because we don't want another page. All right, but I'm going to do you a solid and we're going to make this look a little bit better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here. We're on our main journal page and we want it to look a little bit better, more pleasing. So what I'm going to do is press enter, do the / command. I want to put a divider up there. I'm going to click the button next to my journals and I'm gonna hide the my journals, the titles. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is I want to add a button. So I'm gonna put button, and then I'm gonna say new journal entry. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do, and then I am going to give it an emoji fire. Okay, so this is a button. All right, so I'm gonna add a step. I want to add to a page. I want to add it to the page of my journal entries. I want to add a page to the entries. I'm gonna leave it untitled, okay, because I'm gonna title it when I open it. And then I wanted to open a new page. And then the center peak view is when it shows up in the middle. So I'm done. So now when you come to your journals, okay, because if we open up, see it's a journal page there, okay? You can give this an icon if you want. Okay, so you can do that or whatever you want to where it shows up in your sidebar. So now when you come to this page, if you want to write a new journal entry, all you have to do is click this. And now you just write what I ate for dinner today. You put the date on it. You put what book you want it in. And now you type, hello world, this is my new journal book in Notion. All right, wonderful. So now you finish writing, you click off, and now if you notice under the food journal, your dinner is the most recent one. It's already there. So I hope this was helpful. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel. It helps your girl out, and give it a thumbs up. Click the notification bell to be notified when I make more tutorials and videos using Notion to make your life a lot easier. I am going to be coming out with multiple videos on how I'm creating my life operating system using Notion. It's taking care of everything for me. I mean, my expenses, my daily activities, my to-dos, my bills, my journaling, my business, my softwares, everything I use is in Notion in my life operating system. And I'm gonna show you how to build yours as well, because you can link all of these things up into your life operating system using this software. Okay. So again, I hope that was helpful to you. As usual, love you, and into the next video. Bye.